I don't know if people are listening to me right now. Here's a quick word for somebody. 7 months ago, I went through the process of getting signed up for Social Security to see if we could get benefits. The girl was super cool, and she was really supportive of me doing my own business and stuff. And I'm like, I still ain't making any money doing that, but anyway, that's why I was on the phone with her. And I'm seeing a black butterfly, which is confirmation of her divine union. There's been double confirmation, and we're gonna wrap it up to that. And there have been people pressing me about that and pressing me about school with Teddy, and I'm still so on the fence. Called the school, got the process started. They have not called me back, so I know it's on me to do a follow-up if we want to do it. And I'm just keep talking to God about it. I'm like, please help me. I don't know what's best for us. Our financial situation is in shambles. Please, like, help me, because I don't want to make, I mean, it is what it is, because a decision has to be made, but like, I'm led by our financial situation and putting him at school. Like, that's what's really leading me in that, but and my personal sanity, because sometimes I think I'm going to lose it. But this is the other thing that's coming to me, is that so many of us, I feel like there's someone watching, listening right now. There's not. So many of us were, like, so much was pushed on us that, like, you know, all this fear and all this doubt and stuff, and that's all the enemy. And it's like God just continues to show through all the trials that we go through that we are so much stronger than we think we are. And other things, God has been showing me all these kinds of things about, like, different things about union and stuff like that, and I'm like, I know my person isn't speaking about some things. I already know them because God has shown me, and it doesn't change the way I feel about him. Nothing is gonna change that, because I know his heart, and I know that I know that whoever the person is that God picks for me is the right person, and it's going to be beyond the surface, and it's going to push you to your limits, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be miraculous and beautiful too. And like there's so much about divine timing that keeps happening, like this situation, because I've been whatever about it, because I'd forgotten about it for a long time, because I was like, I kept trying to figure out, like, what are we going to do? What other I completely forgot that we even signed up for Social Security, and they hadn't called us back until today. The guy called me, and I was able to, I didn't even answer the call, and then I called him back and was able to chat with him, and we're not done. Like, I still have to fill out a questionnaire, send in all this paperwork, and then they have to decide if we even get it after that. So I haven't even gotten it yet. I ended the call at 11:11. Okay, I'm just saying, it's a small, tiny little symbolism, but that's where it's like, God's like, you need to read between the lines, like, trust in divine timing, trust in your heart. And I still don't have the answer about school, but I've thought, when they didn't call me back right away, I was like, okay, I have to sit with this for longer, and the decision's not made yet, and I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I know that I'm going to know that it's going to hit me what the right decision is. I'm going to know, it's going to be a knowing. And even though we don't have those benefits yet, like, little things always happen where, like, money gets dropped. I mean, we've gone through, like, I've had to, like, make not rash, they weren't rash decisions, but I've had to make decisions, and a lot of it was just dropping my pride. And that was the other thing that was like, God continues to work through us in that way too, of like, you don't get to have not beautiful things, but you don't get to have what God wants for you and have your pride. It's got to be one or the other. But he also doesn't, thank you, that's beautiful, he doesn't expect us to be perfect and just be like, we're not walking around with pride ever. Because even to me, like, my ancestors, like my grandmother taught me that. She's like, you need to walk around with your shoulders back and your chest out and be a boss, like. And if she hadn't taught me that, I wouldn't do it. Like, I know, because she was the only woman who spoke the stuff like that to me. But the point is that it's like, there's a purpose in pride, and it can be very beautiful to love the journey that you're on, love your life, love your body, like all those things. but it does get in the way. And these things are hard because like it still is like a rock and a hard place with me and my kid. But then I'm like, I shift my perspective to like, but how far have we come? And the fact that that person called me back when I'm literally on the week of making this other decision about what we're going to do going forward. I'm like divine timing just keeps hitting. You know, it's not when it's comfortable, because I've had to sit in all this discomfort, but it still comes through. It still comes through for you. I've also made some bolder choices, so that might be why other things are coming together. So that's the other part. And then that's also insanely hard when you've been hurt by people over and over, and you're like, okay, now I'm supposed to trust. Now I'm supposed to like put myself out there again. Okay, I guess we're trying to get okay. Anyway, I still don't have the answers to, you know, like, anyways, that's the space in between that is being asked of me. So I just wanted to share that as a little piece of positivity and hope and hopefully inspiration for somebody.